Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here for DayTrading Radio, and this is a trade alert. Basically, the name of this video is what we did today, how to follow along, and a lot of education that came with it. So let me kick things off here. I'm at my home office. Normally, I'm at my office where the radio station takes place every day. And the videos I want to try to do, I'm trying to keep up putting out some more videos. I used to be very active and put my videos out. Now I'm a very active trader. So sometimes it's more difficult to get all that free time to put the videos together at night when it's just we're just trading a lot. So just to let you know, we broadcast live the markets, live trading. Go to DayTradingRadio.com. We get there on the air usually 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes a little bit before that. And we go all right to the close, 4 o'clock, and lots of times we do after-hour shows like I'm doing one right now. Today it's Thursday evening going into tomorrow. And basically this is what we did today here at DayTrading Radio. And you can follow along every day. Like I said, you can follow along, or you can follow along in this video. And I'm going to try to keep these videos coming. Just kind of explaining some of the methodology and how important it is to stick to your guns and what we look to take, and you're going to get some good information here. So let's start off with that. This is actually the DayTrading Radio website, so once you can actually click on the screen there and it'll automatically go live. And this is a live feed right now at the office, and I'm actually here. I have a different feed that I'm doing. I actually am trading the ES here, so I have that on the background, and that's connected to what we call the Rockbot. And the Rockbot is one of our automated trading bots, or at least indicators that identify our trade zones. And that's super important, because as I'm trading swing trades again are trades that usually are more than a day, or day trades are trades that you take off before the end of the day. You're in and out within the daytime period. You have longer positions and different type of trades. So as I do the video, I have the Rockbot here running and taking a trade. Now this is live. This is connected to my IB account. And if you want the Rockbot, you have the opportunity to have that at DayTrading Radio. The members have access to the Rockbot channel, so they can follow all the setups live. It trades the MES. It can trade whatever you want it to trade. It probably is most successful trading Bitcoin. It really works great on Bitcoin using the 5-minute chart. And I explain how to trade stocks on it. But the futures, the MES, the micro contract of the ES is really good for this. It's low risk, and it just has great action. This is overnight now, but I have it up and running. And I want to use this chart in a bit just to show you some of the techniques that we use during the day. So the first thing I want to do is I'm just going to go through my trades for today. Now everything gets posted here at DayTrading Radio. All these trades get sent out onto your dashboard. That dashboard, if you haven't seen the dashboard, the dashboard is when you sign in as a member. It'll open up as this dashboard. Nice. And everything will be here. Our news, our tick strike player, and market pressure, the indicators, the Rockbot, the tradeometer. And here's the trade alert box. And these are all the trades I take. It sent out instantly to you, and it gets alerted to you to your email or text message, however you have it set up. The video, the watch list are also connected to your account, so everything gets automatically sent to you when certain targets are hit and triggers are hit. Everything is automated, so you won't miss anything. So this is what I'm going to be. We're just going to go over today's trades, and we'll start off with that right now. So let me get that up again on the screen. All right, we're actually going to start off because we did have a trade after hours yesterday. We did hold some Nvidia. We traded Nvidia, picked up some shares. And again, when I'm looking at as a trader, we have all kinds of traders. You got whales out there. We got $1 million traders. We got traders that are just trading with a couple $1,000s, maybe even a smaller amount than that. Relatively speaking, and that's what you have to do. You have to be relative, and kind of understanding that depending on what you're trading and how much you're trading, it's going to depend on how much you make. So you have to be realistic. In lots of cases, you'll see me take shares that are not a lot. I might get into 10, 20 shares of a stock, Nvidia and stuff, which in some cases it could be a lot. Average, my positions are averaged about $6,000 to $6,000 to $8,000 per position. So depending on how that works out, but normally I'm getting into 30 to 40 shares on heavier stocks and maybe a few hundred shares on cheaper stocks, depending on, or just a big call like Nvidia. You could get a nice call for that. I'm paying. Those actually, we're going to go over these right now. Actually, so that was one of the first things we did. We bought. Let's see here. We're going to start off with the morning here. We got up in the morning. We had a nice trade on Nvidia, and we sold the Nvidia call. We picked it up the day before. We bought that one Nvidia call, 300 call. Paid $8.77 for it. So basically, that represents 100 shares. 100 times 8, $877. Basically, you put it into that trade. Next morning, it gapped up. We took it off. We had a beautiful trade on it. It really made our day. So that was the first trade of the day. Came in here, right here, sold it. We got 16 points overall. 16 points. That's 16 times, again, one contract, put it's $1,600. So $1,600 we made. Just holding that, we doubled our money, basically. I had some ABNB, some options on that. We ended up selling that, and that was pretty cheap. Remember, this is 54 cents here. Made 21 cents on that 50. We almost doubled that. That was almost a 100% move on that. SoFi looked cheap today. I ended up getting into a little SoFi. It's not my favorite. It's an old SPAC and stuff, so I just wanted to, be part of that. But we started going to work again. Google, big stock. Paid $9 for the one contract. It ran right when I got in it. We got $3.80, $380. I didn't hold more this for more than 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Didn't hold that one for more than 3 minutes. So we got in and out of that one pretty fast. Then we started, watching Disney because, of course, we make our money on the research. Every week I'm identifying some setups. So going into today, we knew that Disney was what we call a 5 to 7 day pullback. Some of the terminology you might not be familiar with. You might hear it, but the more and more you listen to the show, more and more you follow the methodology, you'll learn about these different setups. And a 5 to 7 day pullback is when a stock gaps down, typically on earnings. We wait 5 to 7 days before buying starts to come back into it, and you get all that selling pressure out of it. So we were waiting, and I said, you know what? Going into today, Thursday, we're going to take a look at Disney. Like to get it down in that 155 area. It actually came down to 153, 154. Thanks to some of the people in the room reminded me to look at it. We looked at it, we got in it, and it started moving right up on that. So that was 50 shares at Disney at 153.88. 153.88. And you can see it closed at 155.79. So almost $2 on that already. So already it's made $100. And you can take profits on that. But Disney down here, 5 to 7 day pullback. I love it here. Don't have to worry about the options. I think you start buying it down here in this 150 area, you're going to be really good. Just a good overall risk-reward type of trade. It's just perfect. So happy to be part of this. Happy to be in it for the first time in a while. Started seeing Teladoc getting hammered here. Did the same thing. Teladoc coming down pretty hard. Like I say, is I'm running out there and there's guns. Bullets are flying by my head. Selling. There's blood in the street. There's big volume to the downside. Everything looks pretty bad. That's when you want to be buying. So bought it on the pullback here. And then we look back at it, you'll see that I got it at 124.64. It ended up going down a little bit more, and then started bouncing at the end of the day, and it got back up to 124 and change. So we almost got right back up. We're pretty much flat on this. And this is an interesting one. I've always liked the Teledoc. I've traded it back here when it made that big merger. Now it's been in this nice little downward channel. We finally broke out of it. We traded it. Now we've gotten back into it on the pullback, back to the trend line. This is considered a rotation play. I mean, the channel breakout, first rotation back to the trend line. Surprised to see that weakness. Could go lower. It's not, it's definitely not for the weak-hearted at this point. But I think, scaling in down here, anywhere in the 120s looks really good. There is a trend line down below us, 102, 100. Maybe it gets down there. I don't, I'm not wanting to see that. But again, this is what we did today. That's what I did today. So I want to just update you on that, and you could follow along. The Rivian, interesting trade today. Been in it out of this one, depending on when we see it, but we saw the Rivian coming back pretty hard today. And looking back at the chart, that's what I like to do real time. The one big thing that we noticed, and you're always looking for something on the chart that kind of gives you support, resistance, or some kind of history of the chart that you could key in on. And this is being a recent IPO. You're not seeing much on the daily. You have a move up and a move back down. We break it down to the 60-minute time frame. You can actually start to see a little ledge here, pop, a little consolidation, pop, and then a drop, drop, drop. So I said, what on this chart is interesting? Well, the first thing is the first day of trading, the range of the first day of trading range, and it moved up, it moved down, and then we actually moved back up to it, chopped around it. So I put our line on the high of the first day's trading range, and so let's buy the pullback there into that area. So it came right down to it, and it's waiting for it, and picked it up, and we got it. 121.31. 30 shares. Sold it for $3.55, about $104 or something we made on that. And that's a $100 trade based off of a nice little support line. Now, of course, you're probably not, in front of your computer, and you're not going to be able to see these. But as a member of DayTrading Radio, what I sent out there, I will send those alerts. Look, 30 bought 30. And I put support down here. I'm trying to write down exactly when you get these email blasts and text messages. I'm telling you why I'm getting in. Anyway, the CLIR, probably the only one that I felt that I chased today. And I kind of, whenever I say speculative, it is. It's not a very, not a technical setup. It has potential of being a runner. If it had some clear sign technology, it had a nice little pop. It looked like maybe it was running a bit. It was down here. I said, all right, I'll take a shot on it. But, take a shot on it. It comes back in. Didn't really move today. I'm still holding it. Not my favorite. Actually, nothing big about that. There's we sold the Rivian. That's a little bit after that. And then we bought some more. I bought the ABNB back, and I went out to December. So, again, there's a bunch of catalysts coming up on ABNB. We talked about this earlier in the week. If you take a look at the Biofarm Catalyst website, ABV has about 5 to 6 Phase 3 trials that are due before the end of the year. That's a lot, so... got into it yesterday, had a big run in our options. We took profits, and I said, you know what, I want to get back. Just get in smaller. Not much. It's only $1.46 or $146 per contract. I got 2 of them just to be in it. Maybe there's some news, maybe not. That's it on that one. All right. So that's what we did today. Pretty damn good day overall. Typically, while I'm doing this and we're searching for things, I like to trade the S&P futures or the MES futures, the micros, which I was just showing you before here, right here. Now, this is the Rockbot identifying and taking these trades. Now you have access to this as a member. You could actually shadow You could shadow if it takes so long. You could get long. Or if you have the NinjaTrader platform, you could run it on your own platform. It's built on a Ninja script. Right now, you can see the market's up just 4. We're kind of going sideways. I'll let this run overnight and let it do what it needs to do. I also have the 5-minute time frame running here also. 5 minutes, which I like a 5-minute. The 5-minute 2:30 today at 2:30 right here. It's 2:30. Well, actually, back here. Where is it? Right here. Look at this. Right here. There was a 5-minute and a 1-minute. This was a perfect divergence. This is what I want to go back and just kind of review these. So, would I've gotten into this? Would I've taken this trade on my own? I probably would have, because it's a textbook divergence. And again, for some people out there not familiar with the methodology, the divergence trade on the ES here is the one I want to always take. I will always force you guys. It has a combination of things. We have a big reversal candle, wherever stochastics are trading above the 20 line, though the price is making a lower low. So that's our big divergence right there. Identifies divergence, waits for a trigger, and then takes it. Now, this you could just hold on to, and this is automated, and it follows it up with a trailing stop. So eventually, it just gets stopped out. But what I want people to realize is the entries are key. And from that point on, you can manage these yourself. So I always say, use the Rockbot on the channel. Get alerted to it if you like to trade. Take it. Follow. Develop your own risk reward, or your trailing stop. You might be trading 10 contracts, you might be trading 100 contracts, you might be trading 3 contracts or 1 contract. I'm just going to give you the positions that you need to be getting in. All right. So that was a perfect, what we call a super signal. Super signals don't show up too often. It's a combination of when the 5-minute triggers and at the same time the 1-minute triggers. So here was your, this is right at 2:30. You had the 1-minute, and then at 2:30 here you had the 5-minute setup, and both of those were just perfect. That was a super signal. Probably the best position of the day. It ran up nice, 14, 15 points. And then we had a couple small little pops in here. How you want to approach that? That's a lot of chop. You might not even want to take the trades overnight. But the important thing is to let the trade come to you, just like we did on Disney today and Teladoc and some other stocks. Let the stocks come to you. So important. That is so important. I couldn't stress it enough. Tomorrow's going to be Friday. Paul's going to be talking some crypto tomorrow, but I'm also going to be in the room trading with the traders and the members. So there's a couple setups I love for tomorrow. Google is about to break out of the 3,000 mark. This thing could easily run 50 to 100 points on a breakout like this. All right, it's Google. All right, so right now, tomorrow, possibly going into next week, we could have a big move on Google. So that goes to the top of the list for tomorrow. All right, so Boeing, let's talk about Boeing for a second. Boeing is actually looking quite nice. It's not doing it's not running away. It's being very stubborn on getting some, just a couple of good days be back to back. Yeah, the nice pop up, the pullback, the little pop, a little pullback, a little chop. And you can see this trend line underneath us is kind of holding us back. And this goes all the way back to 2020 lows, comes back up to November lows, and then we came back here to September lows, broke down through it, came back up to it. X marks the spot. We're chopping around. Finally got a gap up. We're holding the gap. I think we need one more little piece of news. I don't know if it's going to be China or something. I think we get through this level, this thing is gone. And, it'll go. It's going to start to gain some traction. Once the traction starts going, I'm really excited for this because I follow it so much that when it does have a good day, it tends to rally and follow the 20-period moving average like this. This is a good day on this. Pops up, holds the 20 and starts to rally, holds the 20, rallies, and goes up the whole day. It has days like this. Holds the 20, rallies. Holds the 20, rallies. So we're going to watch for that. A pop-up and a first pullback, and it's going to hold the 20-period moving average. And that's going to be your sign to really jump on board and just get a good day trade out of it. Try to get in and try to run it as far as it wants to go. Maybe it happens tomorrow. Maybe it needs some news. But we're very close to seeing that happen. So that's something I'm always watching for. 5-minute setup. If we get a gap up and it holds the 20, in this case it didn't. But when we do hold that 20, we pull back and we push back up to the highs, we tend to rally pretty hard. And you can see these days when it does do that. On the first it did it and rallied hard. Consolidation, pop, rally hard. Consolidation, pop, rally hard. So we need to pop, hold the 20, get on board, just bank it that day. And that's ready. Here's the after hours trade. It's actually slowly moving up. After hours it did. After hours trade is done now. A couple new positions I got into over the week, this past week, is we're back into BSX, Boston Scientific. And this is downward channel, pop, first rotation back, a couple big candles, almost a tweezer bottom where we have these. It's oversold. Circled it. I like it. Want to get this back over to 200. We're not that far from highs up here. So a large cup and handle. I will call this the handle beginning. I think we're going to just start moving back up. We get any momentum to the upside, I'll probably add to this. So we're into the BSX. TEVA has not really done much, but I will touch base on TEVA because it did come down to a trend line right here. And these are the areas that we've traded TEVA at. I circled these, and I said today, hey, this is back down to the trend line. You should get into it. If you're not into it, that's probably a good spot to be in it. So, tomorrow if we could actually hold this level, start to move back up. This channel is not that bad. Downward channel, up, down. We start moving back up. I would say that we get back above 9. Eventually, this thing is going too. That's not the worst channel here. It's a $10 stock, but I'm marking these areas off really good. So I think tomorrow we might see some follow through on TEVA. TEVA also has some court cases overhanging it, and when that comes, gets ready, then we're good to go on that too. TSM, banging the table for a breakout on this one. And here we go. Last 2 days, I was really showing you how to track TSM. Just watching it, learning the levels, seeing it really just hang here as the market's doing its own thing. It's holding, again, an important moving average, the 20-period moving average. Starts holding that 20-period moving average, starts getting oversold, eventually turns and rips higher. And that's exactly what happened today. Forget about this candle. That's just a bad candle. Closed near the highs of the session. Still holding it. I'm in at 117. It's at 123. I think we break out of this and we go, we just head higher. I think 130 is the next level. So holding on to it. It's holding the 200-period moving average. It's just about ready to break out. I think this breakout might even happen. Maybe it happens tomorrow. Airbnb, ABNB here. One of my favorites. It's hanging in there pretty good. Nice reversal candle. It's what we call a piercing pattern. It's where the stock sells off and then closes above the 50% mark of the previous candle on the top part. So we're going to call that a piercing pattern. Volume was okay. I like that the highs are back up here at 220. Does it pull back a little bit more? It's hovering here. I'd like to strengthen it today. I think we just continue to kind of move up. We'll watch this underlying trend line. Maybe we just start to ride that trend line higher. But I love it, and I think you should be part of ABNB. We were in the Unity. That was great. I think the Airbnb is just as good as Unity at this point. So Airbnb, the Boeing, the Disney, we talked about it. We picked up the Disney. Teledoc, TSM. Oh, Uber. I have some Uber and the V. All right. This is not bad. Uber is not bad. We're underneath the 20 here. I think we can close back above the 20, which we're right on it. We'll hold that 20 and we'll start to break out of here. It's kind of boring at this point. Nothing great, but that's it. So that's it. That's the setups for tomorrow. I think Google is ready to go. Airbnb continues to look really good. We'll probably even concentrate on futures tomorrow if we don't see anything on the stocks. But like I said, every day is a new day. All we want to do is get those momentum, traders. It could be Nvidia. It could be Tesla. It could be any one of these. I think it's going to be Google, and we'll be focused on that one. But it could be, Tesla is still setting up there too. So that's it. You can watch us DayTradingRadio.com or DTR.TV every day in the markets. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe. All right? And we'll see you in the markets.